So we currently are doing some of that in free agency when you're talking about the D-line part. We obviously, like I said, signed, let me pull him up officially now, Daniel Ekuale. Hopefully I'm not butchering his name. But like I said, we did just sign him. I want to say that was earlier today / yesterday, maybe. And let me get him up so I can just officially get everything. Because like I said, he was up with the Patriots just last season. Came into the league. Where was it? Yeah, Washington State for college, man. Like I said, just turned 31 in January, actually. But yeah, just finished up his 6th season, man. Was 2019 was his first year. He was in Cleveland, undrafted cat. And then from there, man, spent the year in Jacksonville in 2020. And then has spent the last 4 years from 2021 up until last season with the New England Patriots. Last year, 16 games, 16 starts. Year before that, 3 games, got hurt. Year before that, 15 games, 0 starts. But then from there, 7 games, 9 games, and 7 games. All right. But even with last year, in the 16 games with the 16 starts, he had 52 tackles, 1 sack. He had 2 tackles for loss and 3 QB hits. All right. Now, when we're talking Daniel Ekuale, the one thing I'll say is this, man. Stout against the run. Point of attack, that's his bread and butter. You put him out there in base defense, he is a 5 technique. That's what Cam Hayward plays. That's what Larry Ogunjobi plays. When you watch him in a sub package, he's usually the 3 technique, right? Once again, where Larry Ogunjobi plays, more of the Cam Hayward play, right? If you're running at him, he does an excellent job of controlling offensive linemen, extending those dudes, and then shedding them and ultimately coming off making a tackle. He does that at a very high level. I think that he also has a good ability of, when it's play action pass, recognizing it, converting, and then hitting that move and getting vertical and finding ways to create pressure. Now, granted, that pressure doesn't generate a ton of sacks. You heard me read off the numbers. He don't get a ton of those, but he will create enough movement in the middle of the pocket that now their quarterback is flushed one way or the other, and the other guys have ability to clean it up. When you get in a sack, man, it takes a lot of people making, a lot of people have to do certain things right in order for you to still get that thing as a pass rusher. All right. So I did want to throw that out there. In terms of what Daniel struggles with is this, man, movement. Whenever he's on the backside and he's having to run, or whenever it's toss plays and it's going outside and he's having to run in space, that's where you see him struggle. The further removed he is away from the line of scrimmage, the less production you see with him. I think he plays a really good effort, though, and I think that that's one of the positives. I think from a depth standpoint, he provides good depth. He provides quality depth. He provides good competition for anybody that we're going to be bringing in as well via the draft, while also giving you some positional flexibility. He has the size, to me, to play some of that one technique as well, but when you watch him on tape, he does kind of struggle there at times. But that's one of the dudes that, to me, when I'm thinking of Montravius Adams, right? When I'm thinking of, like we talked about Keanu Benton, man, Daniel is a guy that is quality. That's a good player that will come in and make those guys have to elevate their game and be more consistent, because he's a good player. Not a great player, not a world beater, but a good player. And I think that that's one of the things that, when you're just looking at that signing, very similar to the Brandon Echols signing, the DB that we brought over from the Jets. Very similar to that. Not a household name everywhere. Not a guy that, is going to break the bank money-wise, but just a quality player, a guy that you want a part of your depth, a guy that when you're looking at as another option to throw out there, yeah, that's a quality player right there. That's not going to be this massive drop-off. So I do like that about him. And like I said, man, a clean little move, man. Definitely can understand, or I could definitely see the Andy Weidel in the move, continuing to make sure them trenches are right. And he's stout against the run. It's like, yo, I feel like at times, man, we get too enamored with pass rushers. It's good to see some good old thumpers, some run stuffing type of dudes up in there, man. So I definitely liked that.